To stand or to not to stand. When we honor our flag, we honor what we stand for as a nation. Freedom, equality, justice, and hope. Ronald Reagan. According to Gallup News, they took a survey of ages 13 through 17 of U.S. teens about how often they say the Pledge of Allegiance in school. 50% said daily, 9% said weekly, 18% said rarely, and then 23% said never. And this is from 2017, and I feel like it's gone down by a very low amount. I chose this topic because there is about 1.3 million active military members in the United States. And I feel like everybody knows somebody in the military that may be related to them or a buddy of theirs, just like anybody. This is actually my granddad. He's my great grandpa. And he served in World War II. Sure, I wave the American flag. Do you know a better flag to wave? Sure, I love my country with all of her faults, and I'm not ashamed of that. Never have been, never will be. John Wayne. You shouldn't let politics affect your patriotism. In our world today, everything is political, and I think people miss the big picture over their political views. I do not agree with what you have to say, but I'll defend to the death your right to say it. Voltaire. And this is one of the main points our country was based off of. According to this graph here, it says how negatively social media affects our world. And this is like different, like this is Republican, this is Democrats, and this is just US adults. And you can see all the big numbers are the most negative. And I think people focus too much on what actors and celebrities say over their own opinions. And sadly, that's why when Colin Kaepernick, who played in the NFL, kneeled for the ground, everyone hated on him so much, but nowadays everyone's praising him. And I think that is horrible. I don't care for what the reason was. Understand your freedom. I think a lot of people do not understand how just saying the wrong thing could get you killed in other countries, or believing the different things, or just being in a different sexuality. These are the worst countries to be gay in Europe. Poland is number 1, San Marino, Belarus, Monaco, Russia, Armenia, Turkey, and the other one. That is just Europe. And sadly, there is a country in the Middle East called Yemen, and in Yemen, it is illegal to be gay. Just being an unmarried gay man, you can get sentenced to a year in prison or sentenced 100 whiplashes. If you are a gay woman, then you are sentenced 3 years in prison. And if you are a married gay man, you are sentenced to death by stoning. This one over here is about freedom of religion. This is a top 50 of the worst levels of persecution in the world about freedom of religion, no matter what it is, Christian, Muslim, any of that, Catholic. As you can't really tell, but U.S. is not even close to near this list. North Korea is one, Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, all those ones. And even right now in China, they are burning down churches and burning Bibles and making people sign a paper denouncing their faith in Jesus, God, whatever the case may be. You stand for the men and women who risked their lives and lost their lives for your freedoms. This is the Arlington National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. This cemetery is every vet who has died in, whether that was in a war or just plain old just died from death. And you can tell kind of how many rows there are, but if you look at an aerial view, it is millions of graves. Those who disrespect our flag have never been handed a folded one. If you don't understand that quote, in a vet's funeral, they will present the families or someone really close to that person with a folded flag, just thanking them for their service. People don't stand for the flag because they either got their feelings hurt by America, they don't agree with politics, the celebrity said it's not cool to anymore, or people just don't do it anymore because it's silly. You stand for the country, for these men and women who died for your freedoms. And who knows what kind of deaths they had, because there's a lot more going on than just you're getting your feelings hurt, so you're not going to stand. That was the end. Thank you so much for listening. I hope I changed your point of view if you do not agree with mine. And these are my sources. Thank you very much for watching.